Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello. In this video, we will discuss an important poem from your course, that is Twicknam Garden. This video will provide you a brief introduction to the poem, summary of the poem, and then we will also discuss Twicknam Garden as a metaphysical poem. First of all, let's have an introduction to the poem. Twicknam Garden was written by John Donne probably in 1590s. It has 3 stanzas and each stanza consists of 9 lines. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABA, BBC, CDD. It's a metaphysical poem that expresses the poet's anguish after being deceived by his beloved. The poem was probably addressed to the Countess Lucy of Belford, for whom Donne had a profound admiration. The Twicknam Garden also belonged to the same lady. Let us now look at the summary of the poem. Blasted with sighs and surrounded with tears, hither I come to seek the spring, and at mine eyes and at mine ears receive such bombs as else cure everything. The word blasted actually means a sudden strong movement of air, but here it means heavy sighs. Hither means here or to this place. Balm is a cream that is used to make wound less painful. The opening lines reveal the desperate and anguished mood of the poet. The poet enters into a garden called Twicknam with heavy sighs and full of tears. He searches for spring in order to cure his eyes and ears with the sights and sounds of nature. But alas, even the spring fails to cure him. But oh, celebrator, I do bring the spider love, which transubstantiates all, and can convert manna to gall, and that this place may thoroughly be thought true paradise I have the serpent brought. The word transubstantiation actually is a belief in Christianity that the bread and wine become the actual body and blood of Jesus Christ after they have been blessed. Manna is the food that God provided for the people of Israel during their 40 years in the desert. Gall means bitterness or poison. Serpent is a large snake, but here it refers to the devil. The poet then calls himself a traitor because he brings thoughts of love with him. He calls love a spider as it can transform everything and can even convert heavenly food into poison. He also compares love with the serpent that vandalized the charm and beauty of the Garden of Eden. As he brings serpent with him, the garden now looks like a true paradise, the Garden of Eden. It were wholesomer for me that winter did benight the glory of this place, and that a great frost did forbid these trees to laugh and mock me to my face. The word wholesomer means better. Benight means darkened. Grey frost means severe frost. The poet would have been better if the night had darkened the glory of the garden and the frost had forbidden the trees to laugh and mock in front of the poet. But that I may not this disgrace endure, nor yet leave loving, love, let me some senseless piece of this place be. Make me a mandrake, so I may grow here, or a stone fountain, weeping out my ear. Senseless piece means inanimate object or lifeless object. Mandrake is a poisonous plant used to make drugs. The poet cannot bear this disgrace, nor can he leave the garden. So let the love make him an inanimate object of the garden. He wants to be a mandrake tree which will grow there, or a stone fountain weeping throughout the year. The poet actually compares his tears with the flowing water of fountain. Hither with crystal phials lovers come and take my tears which are love's wine, and try your mistress's tears at home, for all are false, that taste not just like mine. The word phials means small glass containers. Now the poet addresses to other lovers to come to the garden with crystal glasses and gather the water from the fountain, which according to the poet is the wine of love. Then he asks them to compare his tears with their mistresses. If the tears of their mistresses do not taste like the tears of the poet, then their tears are false. Alas, hearts do not in eyes shine, nor can you more judge woman's thoughts by tears than by her shadows what she wears. O perverse sex, why none is true but she, who is therefore true, because her truth kills me. Perverse means turned away. Then the poet regrets that no one can understand one's emotions from eyes, nor woman's thoughts by her tears, in the same way as her dress cannot be judged by her shadow. The poet calls her beloved as perverse sex who is faithful to someone else, which tortures the poet. Let us now discuss Twicknam Garden as a metaphysical poem. Twicknam Garden is a metaphysical poem because it deals with love. It is a metaphysical poem because it is argumentative. In the opening lines, the poet describes the pain of love as blasted with sighs and surrounded with tears. This argument continues in the poem when the poet wants to be an inanimate object of the garden because of the pain he suffers, and thus says, "Let me some senseless piece of this place be." In the final lines, the poet is suffering from the pain of unrequited love and says, "Who is therefore true, and because her truth kills me." The poem also contains brilliant conceits. In the first stanza, Donne calls his love as a spider love because it transforms everything into poison. He uses another conceit and calls that garden a true paradise when he brings a serpent with himself in form of love. Donne also used paradox in the poem. The sights and sounds of nature, which were supposed to heal his wounds and make his pain lesser, now mock and laugh at him. The poet has also used imagery from nature in order to prove his pain of love and wants to be a lifeless thing like the mandrake and the stone fountain.